What's going on, Cancer? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to your collective message. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shani. This is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I upload some collective messages for us all throughout the week, and you can be sure to find your zodiac messages posted on Wednesdays of every week. Okay, please do keep in mind that these messages are collective messages, so they may or may not resonate. However, if you are interested in keeping up with the readings that I'll be posting, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Okay, we are going to be looking into what you need to be aware of, what you need to work on, and what is the possible outcome. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your message. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts, you know their situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for me to be able to deliver this message as best as possible? I ask that you give me the words to be able to articulate this message as good as I can. And I also ask that you clear anything standing in the way of the clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe, Ashe, amen. All right, so first and foremost, Spirit, what is it that you would like Cancers to know? What do Cancers need to be aware of? Thank you. All right, Cancers, let's get into it. Okay, so underneath it all, Cancers, we have the Princess of Wands. The Princess of Wands is pretty much like, it's time to just like free yourself, right? To free yourself from anything that's hindering you, that you feel like is heavy on you, holding you back. Do the things that you know or that you feel will contribute to you elevating and evolving to your next level, okay? On the table, we have the Art card in reverse. We have the Prince of Wands. Okay, and then we also have the Knight of Disc in reverse. Now, with this energy, right, it's almost like some type of a yo-yo effect, right? Because it's really giving the energy of you not truly recognizing and realizing who you are. And a lot of it's coming up because you're looking at like the bad parts of you more than anything else, right? So when you learn to accept yourself for who you are, what you've done, where you've been, who you've been with, and all of those things, it puts you in a position to be able to move forward, right? It puts you in a position where it's like, okay, I'm going. However, I do feel like you kind of holding yourself up. Like you're holding yourself up, you holding yourself back because of that Art card energy that's in reverse, right? So this card is like some resistance to recognizing and realizing that everything about you makes you unique. Everything about you makes you you. Everything about you, everything that you've experienced, it makes you 100% fucking the person for the job, right? The man or the woman for the job, okay? The woman, the man, whatever. You just have to recognize that. So Spirit is wanting you to become aware like that it's you. It's always a you versus you situation. I don't know who else had that. I think it was Sagittarius, more so like a you versus you energy. But it's not anything or anybody else outside of yourself, right? It's the way that you're viewing yourself that's keeping you from, you know what you want to do or how you want to do it. You can see it. You're looking at it. But then you're also, it's like you're paying more attention to those negative what ifs, if I could say it that way. Like, well, what if this comes up or what if that? All you got to learn how to do at this point, baby, is accept yourself for who you are, where you are, how you've been, all of that. So you don't want to keep yourself, like, you don't want to hold yourself up, especially longer than you need to be held up. So again, that is pretty much the energy where it's like, okay, I need you to be aware of this. I need you to see the things that I'm seeing, right? I need you to see that there is nothing wrong with or about you. I know it's easier said than done when it comes from the outside looking in type of thing, but That's the holdup, right? So when you want to know what's the holdup, that's the holdup. So be aware that that's the holdup, okay? Spirit, what is it that Cancers need to work on? Listen, this is why I love doing readings, because you got the Four of Discs in reverse, okay? You got the Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Devil card. Right? So going back to that first scenario or that first aspect of the reading, what you need to be aware of, the very thing that I was explaining, it's almost like that's what you need to work on, right? It's like your power, knowing that you have the ability to transmute energy, especially when it comes to these bad parts or these vices or these bad habits or these toxic ways or thoughts or whatever it is, right? You have the power to change that. It's in you. It's like, it's not on you, it's in you, right? It's something that you really just have to tap into. And a lot of it comes when you learn how to transmute energy from one side of the spectrum to the other. So when I say that, it's given, like, there is some good and some bad in everything that we experience, right? Like, this, the yin yang energy is always there, it's always present. Again, you're more focused on what you consider to be bad, what you consider to be negative. You know, you always pay more attention to what you could have done better, or what you could have done better, or what you've done wrong, or where you messed up and stuff like that. So when you transmute that energy from that side of the spectrum to the other, it looks like paying attention to what you did, what you accomplished, right? Even if the only accomplishment is the fact that you took the initiative to do something. If you took the initiative and everything else was downhill after that, so fucking what? Like, it doesn't matter. At least at least I did it. At least I made the effort, right? I made the effort instead of like, I done wasted my time doing this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, because you're still learning as you're going and as you're growing. I always talk about how we can see a vision in our minds, right? We can see something, we be looking at something, and we think that because it doesn't happen when we first attempt to do it. You know, on the first attempt, it doesn't turn out exactly how we seen it. And maybe if it didn't turn out exactly how you seen it, it wasn't supposed to, right? There are things that you have to learn. There are lessons that you have to go through. There's information, there's new people, there are new deals, there are new discounts. Like, there are things that need to take place, obviously, or basically, before you actually get into a certain space. So don't beat yourself up all the time. You know, instead of paying so much attention to what you did wrong, what you could have done better, what didn't go right, start looking at the other side of the spectrum and putting yourself in a position to actually appreciate that. Okay? That's what transmuting energy is. Taking the energy of a situation and turning that shit into something beautiful. You don't think it's possible? Give me some type of scenario in the comments and watch me be able to provide you with the different side of the spectrum. Sometimes it's not as easy as we would want it to be, of course, because our emotions are involved. But it's very simple, because we be knowing exactly what we be needing to do, and I know you do. I know you do. You be knowing exactly what needs to be done, but then you find a reason to go around or want to find a easier way, when the easiest way is the way that was presented to you. Anything else outside of that is going to be you complicating the situation more than it needs to be complicated. Okay? So work on that. Work on tapping into the power that's within you. Ain't nothing outside of you that you need to like seek, right? It's when you start putting yourself into alignment, love, all of those things are going to just flow to you. Flow to you. The people that you need to be around, the conversations that you need to have, the resources that you need, like whatever it is, these things are going to flow to you. It's not going to be as complicated as it seems like it'll be. When you just show up and do your part, what they say, like 1% a day. Now, we don't know what 1% look like, but 1% can be something, you know, how can I describe it? Just 1%, and it can look different every day. Your 1% every day can be something totally different. Spirit, can we have the energy of the potential outcome of this on the table? Can we have the cards for the outcome of this energy? Potential outcome. Sorry, y'all. Spirit, can we have the potential outcome of this current energy? I only seen one card. It's the 8 of Wands in reverse. It's the 10 of Cups. And let's get one more. Yes. Yes. So with the potential outcome of the current energy, like I said, we have the 8 of Wands. It does show up in reverse, but just give me a second, right? The 8 of Wands. We got the 10 of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Okay? The potential outcome is you being able to, I guess, consolidate the energy that's all over the place. Okay? And experience an emotional fulfillment. Like, this is the energy where you're really showing up for yourself. This is the energy where you are expressing yourself in an effective and healthy way, which may take some time, right? It may be a process. However, you're not going to be like all over the place how you've been, right? With that 8 of Wands, it's like, okay, let's bring this energy together instead of just letting it just go everywhere, right? And in doing that, you will experience a much better feeling. This 10 of Cups is one of the dopest cards to me. It's this one, it's the Sun card. Those are the ones that are most open, most like, you know, like flowing, easy going, good feeling type of energies. And then with this Queen of Cups, it's like, okay, I'm here. I'm no longer hiding behind my emotions. I'm coming out from hiding behind my emotions. I'm not going to allow my emotions to continue to consume me. I'm not going to let me react or respond impulsively and things of that nature. Let's see what's underneath it all. Okay. The 8 of Discs underneath it all, like being fruitful and multiplying. Right? Being fruitful, planting seeds in the places and spaces where you want them to grow, and then bearing more fruit than you thought, right? So even when you wake up and you expect yourself to have a good day, sort of kind of sweet. You wake up, I don't want to say expect. You set the intention. Let's say it like that. You wake up, you set the intention, I'm going to have a good day. And then because you've planted that seed, the day turns out even better than you thought it was, right? So plant your seeds in the places and spaces that you want them to be able to grow and then bear more fruit. But going back to that awareness aspect, it starts with you, like really recognizing that ain't nothing wrong with you. Like everything about you is super dope, super amazing. Okay? And recognizing like that, like you've been holding yourself up. And it's not a bad thing, okay? It's not bad because even when we use that, let's transmute the energy. When somebody come like you holding yourself up, when you be like, damn, I'm holding myself back, like it's me, like I'm holding myself up, right? That can feel kind of like, oh, why do I keep on falling here? Like, what the fuck am I doing, right? But you can look at it on the other side of the spectrum, like, okay, you know what? I'm aware. I know now that it's me. Like, it's nothing but me. It's me, and I got to do something about it. So now, instead of you feeling defeated, now you can feel determined to be able to move forward and make shift happen, make something shake, make something change. You understand what I'm explaining? It's the you factor. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, really. So that is the message that I have for y'all right now. Make sure, if you haven't already, you do subscribe to the channel. Look forward to your other messages that will be popping up. And yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all. Until next time, you make sure you have an amazing day.